The key is to be unique, to do what you do.
The first thing is, if it's too generic, and, right now everything you get are, white rappers that come through the door. And it's like, it all sounds the same. So, it's somebody's voice, the tone of their voice, the quality of their voice, or the passion in the music that gets me.
I'm always interested in something different, somebody who's just going on pure adrenaline and pure energy.
I think if you're chasing what it is that is happening at that moment, by the time you actually get your record done, and by the time they decide that they're going to put it out, and there's like the whole 6-month layup time to promote it, you're already dead in the water. So you would serve yourself best if you create something that is original to you and that is unique and that sounds like you.
There's something very scary about being unique. When you listen to the music that your band makes and it doesn't sound like anyone else, it's kind of unsettling because you think, well, maybe we're kind of like in the wrong place. Well, that can be good too because you're all on your own and you haven't got any competition. Problem is that you haven't got the security of a scene to exist within.
I'm a true believer in it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I damn sure know how to say it.
Hooks come by organic means. They just come into your heart or your head, and it feels natural to you wherever you put them. To tell you what a hook is, I suspect that a hook is something that happens on a record that will happen repeatedly without getting in your face. And if it happens enough, you'll remember it. You won't forget it.
The chorus. Right. The thing that you hear over and over and over again that people latch on to first. That's what they do. They latch on to the hook first. Once they find the hook, then they might try to learn the verses. And before you know it, you know a whole song. But by then, it's 6 months old. I guess that's how some songs get the longevity like that. Because, with Country Grammar, the first month, everybody was trying to learn the hook. They learned the hook.
The human mind and the human heart remembers things in songs that you wouldn't think would be remembered. Not just the song, but what goes on in the background.
Well, it's something catchy. People want to be able to feel a part of the music, and that's what I'm kind of finding out as I go along. People want to be a part of your song. People want to feel like they wrote it. Or they want to feel like, man, I could have wrote that. That was hot.
I would say it's about always having a good idea, having a hook. I mean, there's nothing pejorative about a song having a hook. In other words, a theme that people can remember, hear at one time and walk away going, God, I like that song about clouds, or whatever it is.
It can be sung and repeated. It can be an ad-lib. It can be a guitar hook that you love to hear. So you don't want to hear it once. You want to make sure you place it in more than one place, and in a place where it belongs, not somewhere where it doesn't. And so when the singer stops, that's a better way of putting it. When you're making a record, when the singer stops, something else has to take the place of the singer.
In St. Louis, in the summertime, you got kids out, man, till probably 3 in the morning. You come out on your front porch, the whole block is just kids playing, whether it's kickball, hide and seek, whatever it is they out there doing. They're jumping rope or whatever the case may be out by the car on the side of the curb by the street or on the sidewalk or wherever it is, but they out there playing. And when I heard the beat to Country Grammar, that's the first thing that kind of popped in my head was the down, down. I knew I was going somewhere. I just didn't know where. But and I kind of put it together and it worked out for me.
You can write 10 crap songs and get one brilliant song out of it, or you can write 10 crap songs and get an amazing section that becomes an amazing song. And it may sound like a roundabout way to do it, but to me it's like being a professional athlete. And the more you build your strength and the more you work those muscles, the stronger you become, the better of an athlete you become. And to me it's sort of the same exercise, and that is to address it every day and to try to be open and to be disciplined about it.
If you sit around and wait to be inspired, you could sit around for a long time. I think you have to go out and create your own inspiration. There's inspiration around every corner. And there's inspiration around the next chord change that you come up with. But if you don't sit there and really do it, then I think that if it'll be like writing in mood swings. I mean, you wait for a good mood and then you write a song. But I feel like you can discipline yourself to get to that good stuff more often than not if you get in there and you work hard at it.
I work every day. I write 5 songs a week, and I've done that for 10 years. Every day by 4 o'clock, I'm starting the demo of the song that I wrote that day. And I write songs by myself, and I take more time with those. Those are the ones where I've got them on a pad and they're sitting on my sofa, and when I walk by, I'll have maybe 3 songs going at once, and I'll pick one up and I'll work on it. And even if I get 2 words of it, it's time well spent, and then I move on.
I am incredibly disciplined about it. I have to be disciplined about it. I get here at an early hour, and I just start working, whether anything comes out or not. I don't get out of the chair. I work and I play and I try and write, and oftentimes nothing happens for 2 or 3 hours. But then a little door will open, and all of a sudden it goes a lot more smoothly, and that's really just what has to happen. It's just about sheer willpower. Sometimes you're just going to sit in the chair until something happens. And I'm not alone in that. I mean, I remember reading a quote from Hemingway. It said that he used to get up and write for 3 hours every day, no matter what happened, and whether he wrote anything or not, but he would spend 3 hours at the typewriter.
For me, part of the whole creative process is learning how to efficiently get to a creative place on a regular basis. And that has a lot to do with, I think, having the right environment, having the right gear, and knowing that you got to earn it every day. I mean, there aren't any shortcuts.